Behind every impactful enterprise is a clear vision, and a roadmap that helped me realize that vision is storyboarding. Hi, my name is Rebecca, and in this video, I'll dive into how I use storyboarding to visualize the overarching concept of our project and watch as our intangible ideas materialize into actionable solutions through storytelling. So the ultimate goal of storyboarding is to take our raw ideas and concepts and transform them into a coherent, impactful story. We started off with our team members sketching and dumping out our rough ideas onto sticky notes, attempting to map out our ideal user journey with our borrow and return reusable cup program in just 6 steps using our 3x2 storyboarding template. And to ensure that we stay on time, we set the time limit to 10 minutes, which was a reasonable period of time to get our creative juices flowing while staying productive. Following the typical storytelling toolkit, we identified a character, set the scene for where we would anticipate our user interacting with our service, take a cafe for example, and devise a short narrative that illustrated our individual ideal user experience. And once the 10 minutes was up, we went ahead to briefly run through each of our storyboards, identify common elements in our stories while blending various visions to shape the ultimate user experience. So one thing I really appreciate about this design thinking tool is the visual nature of storyboarding, which is perfect for visual learners like myself. Oftentimes during the market research stage, we typically peruse the internet looking through word-heavy articles, papers, statistical analyses, and more, but mapping all this data-centric information into a coherent, visually appealing storyline makes it easier to digest the content. And this leads me on to my second point, which how it helps to paint the bigger picture of our business model, which is paramount to making sure that we stay our course and that each stage of the project is working towards the core mission and impact of our service. When building a product, it is easy to get lost in the thick of it, misdirecting our focus and energy on minor details that may not matter in the long run, but painting the vision of our service helps us to uphold team morale and ensure that all of us are collectively working towards providing the best service for our customers. And this brings me on to my last point, where crafting a storyboard for our service places in a customer's perspective, and with the large picture clearly visualized, we were able to go back into our prototyping stage with enhanced clarity in further refining and filling in the gaps of our borrow and return service to build a seamless and convenient experience for our customers. On the flip side, the fact that we may have to come up with the storyboarding, brainstorm ideas, and execute those ideas on paper may prove challenging, especially to those who are more artistically challenged, myself included, and having to complete everything within 10-minute time constraint brings me on to my second point of feeling pressured under the time limit and having to restrain my perfectionist tendencies and blurt out all my ideas without thoroughly thinking and organizing my thoughts, which may prove an unproductive brainstorming session. Building on that, my last critique is the potential enabling nature of storyboarding, especially in the early stages of our project where we have yet to dive into the live testing of our service in real time, rendering our user experience to be similar and overlapping with one another, reaffirming our user journey without any major polishing or improvements. Having said all that, I'll perhaps extend the time for brainstorming and drawing to 20 minutes, which is to me is a reasonable balance of having sufficient time to organize our thoughts, hatch solid ideas that actually introduces a new angle for improvement while still staying on time. For a more productive session, I would also request team members to conduct extensive research prior to coming to the brainstorming session on various user experiences for services that are currently on the market and to bring in new, refreshing takes on our service to craft the ideal vision for our future customer experience. So I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for your time.